here, 2v2 Medean Cliff Mines. Blue team is xRaaaRx as an Inquisitor. Offensive commander, fights melee by default, can get a ranged weapon. Very annoying to play against, lots of stuns and snares. Alongside xHoLyHammerx as a big Hive Tyrant. Cannot be suppressed and bashes through cover. Does not start with an ability, though does come with basic synapse off the bat for little Tyranids to be helped out by. Pot gear on the red side as a Walk Spider Exarch, teleporting commander, fights range by default. Very annoying, good at harassing and capping. You see him going straight for the central VP there. And Ratix as a Lictor Alpha, infiltrating commander, fights in melee, good DPS, good at ambushing cappers early on. 3 VPs as always, natural for blue in the north, natural for red in the south, and a central VP. Double guardsman into a sentinel then for xRaaaRx. Dual termagants for xHoLyHammerx. This very dark colour scheme. Pot gear goes for another Guardian squad. No third unit. Perhaps going for double shuriken cannons. Ratix goes for double termagants into spore mines. Getting into the retreat path of blue stuff that retreats. Inquisitor might be forced off soon. Double guardsmen have their sergeants already, I think. Yep, taking them up to 9 members. Walk Spider teleports into melee. Huge special attack there. Sentinel flanks them. Tier 1 vehicle for Imperial Guard. Can decap points but cannot cap them. Soft melee counter with its stomp ability. Tyranids fight Tyranids in the north. Hive Tyrant forced off. He is tough but can get isolated and taken down since he's pretty slow to retreat. We have Hormagaunts and double termagants. Spore mines down to 2. Spore mines also on the field for xHoLyHammerx in melee with the Lictor. Trying to get close enough to these termagants. Almost wiping these Hormagaunts in retreat. Waiting for the ability to recharge. Uses it again, takes out a termagant or 2. Flesh hooks finishes off the last one. Never seen flesh hooks used on spore mines. Raveners on the way for Ratix. 2 generators up for blue. A full farm and 1 other up for red. Termagant shooting at this Tyranid generator. Here comes the Hive Tyrant. Inquisitor has his her crossbow bolt pistol, adding another snare to her arsenal. Shuriken cannon is on the field for pot gear. Setup team which suppresses by default energy shield up in the center from Guardians. Means they have battle equipment. 1 squad does anyway. Setup teams are very dangerous for sentinels. They cannot be suppressed since they are vehicles, but they do take a lot of damage as they get close. Crippling poison on the Hive Tyrant, slowing his movement to a crawl thanks to these toxin sacks. Raveners then for Ratix. xHoLyHammerx instead goes for warriors in their default melee form. Good at disruption, jumping into combat with these termagants, forcing them all off. Raveners get away with no losses, have their devourer. Big push on this south side by xRaaaRx. Crippling volley, snaring all of these Guardians. So annoying. Inquisitor now capping blue's natural. Sentinel trying to take out this node along with double guardsmen. Guardsmen sticking by their sentinel. Guardsmen of course repair faster than any other normal unit in the game, they repair at the same rate as commanders do, namely the Tech Marine and Plague Champion and Mech Boy. Inquisitor forced to retreat by ranged fire from the Warp Spider Exarch. Guardians now decapping their natural. Hormagaunts, not sure what they were doing, but they are retreating through the south side. 488 plays 396, tier 2 for pop gear. Raveners working on this node, doing a pretty good job. Backing off though.
Our allies have themselves a victory.
Double Guardsman forced off, not much they can do against a setup suppression team. Raveners on the way for xHoLyHammer. Very heavy tier 1 from both Tyranid players, as you'd expect. Ratix going for double Raveners. xHoLyHammer goes for Warriors and Raveners. No Barbed Stranglers for these Warriors, which is what I was expecting. Raveners forced off here. Don't take a loss again, pretty lucky, given the amount of health they have. Warriors and the Hive Tyrant forced off by all of this stuff here. XRaaaRx loses his Sentinel. There it goes. Got too close to the Shuriken Cannon, I assume. Was probably going in to try and stomp. Getting a Chimera straight away in tier 2, as Imperial Guard players often do. Node goes down. More energy shields going up, granting perfect cover to anything behind them. Here comes xHoLyHammer's stuff again. Warriors, Raveners, one of which dies. Lictor Alpha's forced off though. Might die in retreat and does to range fire. xHoLyHammer can now recap his victory point. Center is going to be red thanks to Hormagaunts. Warp Spider Exarch using his Shimmer Orb, making him immune to range fire when he's inside it. Now it's worn off though, and he takes tons of damage before retreating. Chimera on the field, taking tons of damage from this Bright Lance, being double repaired though. Might go down, one more shot, just gets out of the Bright Lance's range. Down to 40 HP, getting double repaired. Ogrin's on the way for Rar. Pot will need to look after that Shuriken Cannon to try and hold back those Ogryns. Ravenous burrow in and then retreat. Not only are Ravenous very good in combat, they also have that fantastic burrow ability to disrupt. Pot completely pushing back Rar. Even took this node. Ogryns are on the field, don't have their squad leader yet. Lots of Tyranid action in the north. Raveners in melee with Termagants. Ratix going for triple Raveners, this is crazy, all with Devourers. Yet to go tier 2. xHoLyHammer is going tier 2. Ogryns managed to use their insane durability for tier 2 and get into range of the Shuriken Cannon, just walking through the suppression there. Now full retreat from Pop here. xHoLyHammer takes out this node and pulls back. Hormagaunts die in retreat. 414 plays 386. Ogryns decapping Red's natural. Double Guardians come to defend with their Warlock leaders. Ogryns decide not to try and cap. Don't want to lose a member. Very expensive reinforcement. Raveners jumping in to Warriors melee. Taking tons of damage here. Warriors are forced off. Warriors are of course synapse creatures, so when they die you get a synaptic shock. south VP is uncapped. Blues get back their natural. Inquisitor has her mandate, which most Inquisitor players get. Hive Tyrant has his Rendon Talons, fantastic against clumps of infantry, and his extended carapace allowing him to charge. Taking tons of damage here though in range. Uses his charge to get in. Might see a seismic roar, probably doesn't have the energy for it. Might go down to Ravener melee. One more hit would do it, has 1 HP and does go down. Lictor Alpha also goes down though. Here comes the Chimera to help out, allowing these Tyranids to reinforce around it. 414 plays 291. Reds take back their natural. Blues have Center, Shuriken and Bright Lance and a Falcon. None of them bothering to cap. Here come some Guardians. Bright Lance immediately getting shots off on this Chimera. Here comes Holy Hammer to defend the central VP. And the Inquisitor, and we have a, I assume that's a Spore Mine drop from Ratix, and it is. Global ability of the Lictor Alpha, full retreat for Holy Hammer. Inquisitor very isolated. Her mandate wears off, sorry. Taking tons of damage, not moving here. Gonna die in retreat surely, and does. Manticore on the field. Heavy artillery unit, fantastic range. 414 plays 249. That's gonna be nasty if it gets a good shot off on these Tyranids. These triple Raveners are dealing some crazy range damage. No range synapse yet though for Ratix that I can see. Venom Brood would give range synapse to all of these Raveners, making them even more deadly. We have 2 Warrior Broods on the field, both with their adrenal glands for Holy Hammer. He's going tier 3, as is Potgear. Termagants are going to be caught in retreat. Are they? No. Looks like the Warriors going straight for these Raveners, using the durability that the adrenal glands gives them to get into melee range. Falcon, such a fantastic unit, does pretty nice anti-vehicle damage and is a transport and allows you to reinforce. Once it gets to tier 3 and gets its shield, it becomes very tough. Chimera is going to die, and does. Ogrins move in on the Bright Lance, saved by the Shuriken Cannon. Grenades miss the Ogrins. Stormtroopers on the field with their anti-vehicle kit, anti-armor kit even. Manticore Strike takes out the Falcon. This infantry should be okay and get away. That's quite a big loss for Potgear. Sensor goes blue thanks to Termagants.
Understood. Upgrading tech.
We do have a Venom Brood on the field, which will give range synapse to these Raveners. Oh my god, take tons of damage from triple Raveners. Rangers on the field for Potgear. Sniper infantry. No further upgrades for either of these Guardsman squads yet. Raveners jump in, disrupting these triple Raveners. Lictor Alpha has his deadly jump. He's now in trouble though. Also has his toxin miasma. Full retreat from Ratix. Those double warriors a bit too much for those Raveners to deal with. Tier 3 now for Rar. Gear and xHoLyHammer have been there for a while.
Sir, power node is
We have a D cannon weapon team on the field for Pot Gear, tier 3 artillery unit. Ogryns getting grenades, one of them misses. They do take out a member though. Ogryns used as the battering ram for Rar. They are forced off eventually. Here comes a Manticore strike. Doesn't really do much apart from force off this stuff. D cannon now sets up. Look at the range. There's a singularity. Not sure if Rar has spotted it.
our allies have themselves a victory.
All this stuff dragged in and gibbed.
Power node is getting away from us.
xHoLyHammer now force off the top. Back and forth between Tyranids here. Raveners burrow in, but can't do much more else. Here are more spore mines, I think, from Ratix. Yep. Just get in there in time to detonate on these Hormagaunts. Rar pushing quite hard on the south. Stormtroopers wipe. Inquisitor should get away. 380 plays 184. Hive Tyrant went down. Was quite isolated there.
Is targeted.
That was a Manticore strike, was it? Didn't hit anything. Pot Gear now hitting Blue's power here. Tyranids formation. I assume this is from xHoLyHammer. In fact, it must be, since Ratix is not tier 3 yet.
Sir, our
Didn't really hit that much. Got a good hit on his Termagants, but they survived with a single member. Carnifex on the field for xHoLyHammer. Does not have an upgrade yet. Starts off as a melee unit. Monstrous creature, which means it has vehicle armor, but
point acquired by our
regenerates health since it's alive. Ogryns in melee with Guardians take a plasma grenade to the face, lose a member and retreat. Rar needs to support those Ogryns a bit better, I think. Sentra is red, 2 on cap for them. Lictor Alpha in melee with Guardsmen, now taking tons of damage from xHoLyHammer stuff. Carnifex in the retreat path. Just gets away. Avatar on the way for Pot Gear. Ratix going for Gene Stealers. Carnifex still no upgrade. Triple Ravenous jumping in. Venom Brood being targeted by the Carnifex C, since they are the thing which poses the greatest threat to it. Gene Stealers hit the field for Ratix. Powerful melee unit. Best used when they have their melee synapse. Rangers taking pot shots at the Carnifex, not going to do much. Shimmer Orb allows the Warp Spider Exarch to cap center. Gene Stealers forced off after being crippled. Rar lost quite a lot of stuff, lost one of the Guardsman squads. Chimera's down. Floating a hell of a lot of resources, obviously going for a Baneblade here. Might be risky. We have double warriors with their adrenal glands, will do pretty nice damage to a Baneblade. Plus a Carnifex, which has Thornback. Turn it into a specialized melee unit. Manticore strike hits nothing again.
Sir, we're losing a victory point.
Hive Tyrant is still dead. Lictor Alpha is decapping Blue's natural. Might be a triple cap for red. 255 plays 184. Baneblade is on the way for Rar. xHoLyHammer needs to try and hold until then, in full retreat though. Phase shift from the Warp Spider Exarch. xHoLyHammer has spotted the Avatar. I can't spot it though. There it is. Super unit for Eldar, hugely powerful in melee, also buffs all surrounding infantry. Allied infantry, that is. 194 plays 184. D cannon setting up, covering the central VP. Look at the crazy range that it has. Manticore nicely placed behind this cliff, hasn't been able to get much clean hits in though. Baneblade hits the field for Rar, super unit for Imperial Guard, super heavy tank bristling with guns. Ogrins don't want to mess with the Avatar.
We just need to find an edge.
Rar has enough red for a rocket run. Baneblade and rocket run might be able to tip the balance. There's a Wailing Doom, don't think it's going to hit. Does finish off these poor guardsmen. There's a Singularity which hits nothing. Avatar took quite a bit of damage from that Baneblade, now backs off. Here comes Ratix with his crazy amount of Tyranids here.
Our allies have themselves as victory points.
xHoLyHammerx bringing his Tyranids to the center. Need to try and retake this central VP. Demolisher cannon on those Eldar. Don't take any damage. Was that the energy shield saving them? There's a rocket run on Ratix's Tyranids. Ouch. He lost 3 or 4 squads there, I think. Here's a Wailing Doom from the Avatar. Ogrin's now going into melee. There's Wrath of Cain. Hive Tyrant, no sign of its rending claws. Crushing claws, sorry. The Inquisitor uses her mandate trying to decap the center. 2-0 cap, since Gene Stealers have snuck to the north to decap. Baneblade down to half HP. Crushing claws are on the way for the Hive Tyrant. Avatar making its way back to base to heal up.
Sir, we're losing.
Those Gene Stealers were scared off. Mormogort's now capping. xHoLyHammerx needs to defend this VP. Lictor jumps in. Has his menacing visage. Fantastic war gear. Center is now blue. Top is blue. 2-2 cap for them. Warriors forced off. Manticore getting very close. Venom Brood on the way out. Manticore needs to be careful and in fact backs off. Hive Tyrant charges in with his crushing claws. He is going to be devastating to anything in melee. Forced off though. Here come the Eldar pushing center with Avatar and a bunch of stuff behind energy shields, D cannon, Guardians, Rangers, and a Bright Launch. Carnifex needs to mix it up and get in there, I think. Here comes a Wailing Doom. Didn't do that much. There's a Singularity. Shimmer Orb going up from the Wolf Spider so he can try and cap. Not going to save him against a Thornback Carnifex though. Avatar lost tons of HP. Baneblade is being repaired. Venom Brood taking the top though. 35 plays 142. It's going to be a 2-1 cap for red, I think. Maybe not. Gogrins have decapped the bottom. Very close. There's a Purgatus from the Inquisitor. Carnifex died. Baneblade is still alive, still sitting center holding it. Ogrin's unable to cap. Might get plasma grenades in their face. One hit and takes out an Ogrim model. Fire Prism on the field for Pot here. Gene Stealers run away. Blues retaking their natural. 35 plays 126, very close. xHoLyHammer floating tons of power. Not much these Raveners can do against the Baneblade. Bright Lance setting up. Shimmer Orb goes down from the Warp Spider, trying to decap. And does. There's phase shift. There's a singularity on the Baneblade. Ouch. No, it's an Eldritch Storm taking out the Baneblade. Here's a Manticore Strike. All of the stuff retreats in time. Wailing Doom. Fantastic finish. There's a Purgatus. 35 plays 108. 1-to-1 cap. Hive Tyrant engaging the Avatar in single combat with its Crushing Claws. Now turns its attention to the Fire Prism. Don't think it's going to catch it though. Termagant's trying to cap. Not sure where the Avatar's going to. Bash generators perhaps.
Sir, we're losing a victory point out there.
Cormorgants versus Gene Stealers. Gene Stealers easily win. 2-to-1 cap for blue. They are losing their natural. No. Here comes xHoLyHammer to defend. Warriors very low on health though, need to be careful. Gonna get some synaptic shots when they die. There goes 2 members. Last member also goes down thanks to flesh hooks from the Lictor Alpha. Levels him to 4. Warp Spider Exarch is level 5. Inquisitor level 3. Hive Tyrant level 5. Center is being capped by red. 35 plays 89. Fantastic play by blue team to stay in here this long. Neem and Russ on the way for Rara. Just couldn't support the Baneblade as much as they would have wanted. Inquisitor stops the cap but dies to her trouble. Warp Spider now tries to cap again. xHoLyHammer holds his natural. The Hive Tyrant goes down though. Ravenous are now level 3. Another Carnifex on the field for xHoLyHammer. No upgrade for it yet. Manticore in the center. Warp Spider teleports away, but it did stop him from capping. 35 plays 89. More Gene Stealers on the way for Ratix. Lehman Russ hitting the field now. Rar has a Manticore and a Lehman Russ, and that is it. Getting the Vanquisher upgrade. Spore Mines dropped in from Ratix. Nasty timing on these Warriors and Raveners. 2-to-1 cap for red. Don't think the blues can hit back here. Ra has just lost too much stuff. Carnifex taking out Raveners in retreat, taking loads of damage from this Bright Lance. Now in melee combat with an Avatar, will die. And there it goes. Lehman Russ now taking damage from the Bright Lance. 17 plays 89.
Sir, we are losing.
Pretty much it. 10, 9. xHoLyHammer back at base, not even trying to contest the center. 3, 2, 1, and there's the game for red team. Great play, mid to late, fantastic battle in the north between all those Tyranids. Pop Gear just did a very good job against Rara. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time.